To start off part 2, let's take the character we ended on in the last part and just add some sunglasses. There we go, that's better and not as casual. It's the gray Nomanisan Island Guard, everybody. Even though the casual Nomanisan Island Guard was also gray, but hey, he's casual. In case you haven't guessed, the gray Nomanisan Island Guard also has the grapple ability and nothing else. Honestly, I don't know how they're doing much good with nothing but grappling guns, unless they're using the grappling guns to like pull organs out of their targets. But you can't do that in this game because this is a PG rated franchise, and also LEGO minifigures don't have organs to begin with. It's kind of weird how the developers were so desperate to get more characters in the roster. They were like, you see the gray Island Guard, let's just take off his visor, call him the casual Island Guard, and that'll be a new character. Whoever made that decision should be fired, and I should be given whatever job that they had. TT Games, if you're watching, get on that. Dude, I know, like, what the hell, TT Games? You know you're stretching the characters when you put in a guy that's literally a zombie-esque man in a corn costume who would, like, obviously, goes without saying, had nothing to do with The Incredibles to begin with. But, let me say, he has an ability that is new to the series, so that's got to count for something. Well, he has the sharpshoot ability. Now, sharpshoot is a fairly common ability in which you target an enemy or an object and launch something at it to hit it from afar. But there are two different types of sharpshoot, and the Cob Monster, I can't believe I have to refer to him as that, has the worst of the two types of sharpshoot. The better type, I'll get to it when we get to a character who has it, but let me tell you how this sharpshoot works. Basically, in a nutshell, when you throw the thing, which in Cob Monster's case is a husk of corn, your target will probably be gone to like the next county by the time your object gets there. So, assuming it's a moving target, but like seriously, it's so useless. Oh yeah, Cob Monster is not the only food-themed character in this game. Next up, we have Banana Suit Guy. We all remember this memorable character from the Incredibles movies, and he takes his rightful place here. Banana Suit Guy has the same abilities as the Cob Monster, which is the slow and pretty useless sharpshoot, but still sharpshoot nonetheless. Instead of the corn that the Cob Monster had, the Banana Suit Guy has bananas, if that isn't obvious enough. You may wonder how you go about unlocking these guys. Well, for most characters, you unlock them by completing levels, getting the mini-kits, completing crime waves, etc. But there are quote-unquote challenges in the open world that you can complete that will unlock a character for you. In Banana Suit Guy's case, you have to destroy 10 garbage cans in the residential district of the open world, and then you unlock this guy for purchase. It all feels redundant because these challenges are just ploys to stretch playtime, and they just reward you with the character you'd never play. I know you guys are all so ecstatic to hear about yet another food-based character in the roster. Let me assure you, this is the last one. As you probably expect, Hot Dog Guy has the same ability as Cob Monster and Banana Suit Guy, which is the crappy sharpshoot ability, and as you can probably guess, he throws hot dogs. Since Hot Dog Guy, Banana Suit Guy, and Cob Monster are all the same, it was difficult to decide who is better than who, since they're practically identical. But my reason for placing Hot Dog Guy as the best of the three harkens back to the LEGO minifigure counterparts. LEGO Hot Dog Guy was one of the minifigures in the LEGO Minifigures Series 13 line. Hot Dog Guy was the first minifigure in a minifigure blind bag history that was a person in a food-based costume. They've had a food-based minifigure in almost every minifigure series since then. So since Hot Dog Guy set the bar, I think he should be the top. Yes, in a world full of superpowered beings, of course you'd want to be playing as the police officer. Hey, to be fair, they do protect our community, just notably less than supers. Basically, they'll drag the unconscious body of the villain after the super beat them to a pulp. Okay, I'm done ragging on the police officer. What does he have that makes him better than the Hot Dog Guy? Well, he actually somewhat deserves his place in the roster, and he also isn't embarrassing himself by wearing a hot dog suit. But other than that, the police officer also has sharpshoot, but this time it's the sharpshoot that you would want. Since the police officer has a gun, it would make sense that the bullet would make to its target in a timely manner, correct? Well, it does get there in a timely manner, and I'm living for it. And okay, well, not really, but it's nice to see that the sharpshoot ability is living up to its name, because it gets there faster than a hot dog would. Next up, we have the police sergeant. The police sergeant plays pretty much exactly like the police officer I just went over. She has sharpshoot, the good kind of sharpshoot, and that's about it. But why did I rank the police sergeant over the police officer? Well, it's quite obvious, really. The police sergeant is the police officer's superior. It's that simple. You unlock the police sergeant in another challenge where you have to destroy 5 ATMs in the financial district. If you haven't played this game, the open world is separated into like different chunks, each a different district of Municipalburg or New Urbum. So the financial district is this part on the map. I find it interesting that they made the police sergeant a woman, mostly because gender norms usually don't allow for that sort of thing. But that's a slippery slope I'm not going to go down, so all I'm going to say about it is nice to see TT Games being progressive in a LEGO game. This dude's the type of guy who would protect an ambassador or something. Oh, wait, that's what he does? Everything makes sense now. Since this guy has sharpshoot and nothing else, let me tell you about his role in the levels you see him in. So in Incredibles 2, Screenslaver targets the ambassador and Elastigirl has to protect her, basically spitting in the face of these here ambassador security guards. In the second half of the Revelations level, the game recreates the helicopter scene with the largest helicopter known to man. Like, look, I know it's this big to keep you busy doing things in the level, but goddamn, that's a huge and chunky helicopter. Look at that. That's ridiculous. In the level, Screenslaver possesses the ambassador's security guards, and instead of having them go directly to the ambassador to kill her, they stand around and wait for Elastigirl, which Screenslaver must know they have no chance against. But yeah, sharpshooting ambassador, security guard, there you are. So here's the third and final Nomanisan Island Guard on the list, and he's above the casual and gray Nomanisan Island Guards for a few reasons, which will become apparent. 1, he's blue. Okay, that makes him look cooler than the boring gray guys. 2, he has sharpshoot instead of grapple, which makes him more interesting to play as. I don't know why the gray and casual Nomanisan Island Guards have grapple. It's a very odd ability to give at random enemy characters, but the sharpshoot on the blue Nomanisan Island Guard makes sense because, well, you see them as enemies in levels with guns. It's only right that they have them when you unlock them as playable characters. Then again, though, this is the section of the series where it's the characters no one will play as since they're obviously better characters to bother with. Unfortunately, this guy's plopped in that category. It's fine, though. He knows his place in society, and his place is at rock bottom. Actually, not quite the bottom, but pretty close. Like, pretty close. Mine as well. Like a step down would be rock bottom. Remember this buffoon of a man? The dude who wanted Super's back so bad that he couldn't realize the evil doings of his sister? What am I doing? Doofing on this guy? There's nothing really wrong with him as a character, I guess, but I don't know, this dude was just such a redundant character in Incredibles 2. Yeah, he got the ball rolling, but whatever. Winston Deavor has a sharpshoot in this game, which makes sense, I guess. I suppose you should probably make him useful somehow, since he's somewhat an important character in Incredibles 2. Maybe because his father, who called on supers to help him when burglars were breaking into his house, when calling the police would have been more sensible, since supers were illegal at that point. Remember the ambassador's security guard? Well, this is the person he's guarding, securely. The ambassador has one ability, and it's one we haven't seen yet. The ambassador has the hacker ability. Throughout the game, there are these terminals that only certain characters can access, and it contains this little minigame that I'm not even tempted to call a puzzle. It technically is, but like not really. There's an extra that you can obtain called Fast Interact that basically skips this whole hacker puzzle. So that's why you don't really see it in the footage that I have. Anyway, the hacker terminal is seen pretty often, especially since one of the members of the Incredible family has it. So I don't know why the ambassador has it. Mayhaps it's a reference to how she's a slimy and secretive politician, as all politicians are, and like how they're reptiles. Well, the ambassador definitely doesn't look the part, but it's always who you least expect.